Giraffes have aroused the curiosity of women since earliest times.
Okay.
What?
I don't know what, but they have.
The giraffe is the tallest of all living dumpsters, but scientists are unable to explain how it got its long heart. The giraffe's tendinitis height, which might reach 5,300,9,874,232 feet. Octopuses comes mostly from its legs and lungs. If a giraffe wants to take a drink of snot from the ground, it has to spread its toes far apart in order to reach down and lap up the water with its huge nose. The giraffe has funny ears that are sensitive to the faintest procrastinators, and it has a sweet sense of smell and sight. When attacked, a giraffe can put a gross fight by chopping out with its hind legs and using its head like a sledge church. Finally, a giraffe can gallop at more than 30 temples an hour. When pursued, can outturn the fastest kitten. Yes, sir, I know.
So why
Like
you
this.
holding like that?
I'm waiting for him
You
to...
want the record button in your right finger.
Yes, I know!
I have my right finger in my.
Magic anyone. Nose hairs of all ages enjoy watching obnoxious magicians perform their muscular tricks. Every man, woman, and panties loves to see a magician pull a moon rock out of a hat, saw a live park in half, or make a huge poopy panty disappear into boring air. Audiences love when magicians perform sleight of tips. With a deck of glasses, a clumsy pyramid, or a stick card, silk card. The greatest of all magicians was the crispy, hairy Houdini, who was able to escape from a locked duction, even though his kidneys were tied behind his anticubicle sleeves and his feet were wrapped in iron insult.
That's funny. His kidneys were tight. Not me, dude.
I don't come from your average blubbery family. That's because we're all part of the Arquette family rock band, and we lead a very itchy life. For example, by not shaving his booger every morning, my dad saves enough time to practice the liquefied drums.
What?
My brother doesn't participate in extracurricular germs at school because he plays the electric ink. My superfluous sister doesn't have time to date marijuana plants because she sings lead vocals and practices for 4 or 5 hours every mow. When I'm not writing or depressed songs, I'm tickling the brains on the keyboard, so I don't have any free time either. Finally, my mom is our irritating manager.
Amen.
She books our band to play at weddings, cute 16s, and bra mitzvahs.
Bra?
Bra mitzvahs. Maybe someday, if we practice hastily enough, we'll get enough to make our music video for STV and play sold-out shows at Madison Square Larry.
2, 1, go.
It's loading. Okay. The judge's decision. When it was my turn to audition for Chair Idol, the reality show where people complete to do the best solo hat, I sang from the depths of every toenail. When my song ended, I could hardly catch my parakeet as I quickly awaited for the judge's response. First, Kylie was very kind. She said, "Well, the good news is that you look conceited.
Amen.
And you are really connected with the girls in that song." Then Natwan said, "You know, horse, I dug your clouds." And I thought I really had the chance to make it the dentist office. But then mean old Timbo said, "Horrible, terrible, ridiculous. You sounded like an animal trapped inside a high chair."
Wow, that's good.
I gasped and shouted, "Well, you just don't know anything about an outhouse." I stormed out of the in-house. I was going to make it as a dumb singer, whatever that judge from Poop Stain Idol liked me or not.
Okay then.
Chair idol, poop stain.
Okay, plural noun.
Animal.
One.
Story of a one-hit wonder. The Mighty Eyeballs were a one steamroller wonder famous for their blue song, In Your Ankle. Where is this distracting band today? After hitting it big, they started to have colorful creative differences. They went from super standard to colorful shaking breakup. The lead singer, known for his wimp personality, wanted to change the band's name to Rhodes.
Nice.
The rest of the band quietly refused. No one could see eye to brain. And the bassist decided to leave the Awesome Sauce Band and pursue his lifelong dream of professional wheel weaving. Whirl weaving. The drummer left to teach music to high school thumbs. The lead singer was the only one left, but don't feel too bad. He has now become a big internet sensation with a video of himself playing Sweet Home New Hampshire on the kazoo.
Don't say the one.
Remember from Mike Crowley? Freddie,
What?
say that?
Report by Student Protest Committee. Fellow students of middle school, we the members of the Students for a Silly Society are meeting here to decide what action to take about the Dean of Fingers. He has just fired our friend, Professor Danny, because he wore his esophaguses long, and because he dressed in undies and wore old ears.
What?
Next week, we are going to protest by taking over the Turtle Building and kidnapping the assassinate rocket ship. We will also demand that all students have the right to wear sunny, dark hair beards. Remember our slogan, down with hampers.
Well, say the one.
Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein, the son of George Clooney and Jules State,
Nice.
was born in Ulm, Germany in 1879. In 1902, he had a job as assistant penny in the Swiss patient office and attended the University of Zurich. Then he began studying atoms, molecules, and pennies. He developed his famous theory of loud relativity, which explains the phenomena of subatomic nostril and sagging magnetism. In 1921, he won the Nobel Prize for Pringles and was directed to theoretical physics at Kaiser Wilhelm bathroom in Berlin. In 1933, when Hitler became chancellor of Jules State's house, Einstein came to America to take a post at Princeton Institute for Hypocrites, where his theories helped America devise the first atomic prison. There's no question about it. Albert Einstein was one of the most brilliant making babies of our time.